Hello and welcome back to the Super Nintendo Super Show, where today we're going with a bit of F-Zero. Just sort of sticking with the theme of the racing games here. And I always go with the Blue Falcon, so I'm gonna go with that. And beginner, because again, I am not great at games, but that's cool, as long as I'm having fun. I think F-Zero is one of the first games I owned for the Super Nintendo, if I'm remembering correctly, and it is a blast. It is amazing. Gotta be very careful, though, as the controls, as you do go very, very fast, controls are a little bit difficult. Also, I gotta better dry my hands off there. No. There we go. I had just gotten back from washing my hands, so they were a little bit damp. First cup, I guess. Yeah, first cup is not going to be too difficult. I've done it who knows how many times. I've done Mute City so many times. As I used to play the, what the heck were they called? I can't remember what they called them in Brawl, but they were basically demos of older games. So I've played Mute City so many times because of that, because that's the only one you can really play, because it's the only one you really have time to play, is Mute City. So I've gone through Mute City so many times. I pretty much know the course by heart at this point, so... Another fun one that I loved to do was Kid Icarus. I still haven't gotten past the first level. That game is hard as hell. Give it a better try someday, though. And once again, using that tactic of ever so lightly, briefly, that's what I'm thinking of. Briefly lifting finger off of the B button there. To better control my turning. Because drifting in this is also a little bit wide. Phew! This and F-Zero X, I've played a lot of both of them. And I absolutely love both of them. F-Zero is such a... Oh, shit. Okay, hang on. We are seeing... What are we seeing? We're seeing... issues. Why are we seeing issues? There shouldn't be issues. How's it... How are things looking? Go back and let me check. Appear to be experiencing issues. Yeah, it is. It's because F-Zero is a little fast. willing to bet that's the only issue is, alright, let's head back to, alright, we're gonna keep going. I'm assuming the issue is... Oh shit, okay. Hang on, there we go. There we go. I hope everything's looking fine. If it's not, then I'm very sorry. I imagine it's just skipping a few frames, because this game is very, very fast. Because I noticed the menu icons there flash, like, very, very rapidly. So I'm imagining that that's part of it, is it's just having a hard time rendering it as fast as it could be rendered. Because I don't think we were experiencing issues with Mario Kart. It's just F-Zero. F-Zero goes zoom. Yeah, that's my guess. My guess is OBS is having a very hard time handling it. Also, thank you for the follow, Starshipper79. Much appreciated. I usually don't like to say, simply for legal reasons of, you know, legal ambiguity. So, because of that, and because I'm not specifically saying that I am using real hardware, I will leave you to make your own inference on that. So take that to mean what you will. Let me just put it this way. This game is not meant to be controlled with the USB N64 controller. But I'm making it work. I really wish that they had made this game two-player. It would have done so well as a two-player game. Like, it would have done amazing, I think. I don't know why they didn't. I heard something about Nintendo thinking it was just too fast-paced for a two-player audience, but nah. This would have been amazing as a two-player game. Maybe it was hardware limitations, though. Because I know F-Zero X is definitely two-player. Oof. Oof. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I can't remember what the course was. Or if it was in this or F-Zero X, but like, one of the cups has a course that is just absolutely, like, death. This might be it, because I remember... Yeah, I think this is it. I think I've just gotten better at the game than a couple years ago, because I remember that turn in particular being really tough, because it's pretty much a hairpin turn right there. Doing a 180 in, like, very tight. But Jesus, game is impressive. Like, even for today. Like, I mean, I don't mean that, like, this game is more impressive than, say, modern games. Considering the hardware, it's very, very impressive that this was a Super Nintendo game. And I just still... This and Star Fox 60... Not 64. The original Star Fox, especially the original Star Fox, I just look at and wonder, and I'm like, how the hell did they make this work on a Super Nintendo? Because it is just beautiful. Seeing the sort of 3D graphics. I can only imagine what it would have been like to play this for the first time back when it first came out in like the 90s, I think it was. I think the Super Nintendo was the 90s. To like see these games come out. I have no idea what either of those are. Would you mind explaining for me? I mean, I'm imagining that they are Super Nintendo players. Sort of like the Retro Duo was an NES and SNES player. But I could be very wrong about that. But I got the idea to do this whole thing today, because I was playing, on the Switch, I was playing, some F-Zero and some Star Fox. And I just was like, I gotta do some Super Nintendo stuff today. I wanted to do Skyward Sword, but it really wasn't working out. My, real Wii was lagging a little bit. Which it does sometimes. So I just stopped on that and decided I'm gonna do some F-Zero instead. I gotta get it really quick. Getting nosebleeds from how fast it is. Nah, I just have a bit of a runny nose almost constantly. So it's nothing to be worried about. That sounds really cool. Yeah. I know that some of those systems sometimes have, like, adapters for you to play other things. I've been really looking for a way to play Game Gear games, because there is a really stellar RPG for the Game Gear that I've really wanted to stream. But I'm having a hard time either finding a Game Gear emulator, because that's something I'm willing to admit to using an emulator on if I were to, because it's just, you cannot really plug a Game Gear into a capture card without modifying the Game Gear, and I am not willing to modify my Game Gear because I love the heck out of that thing and I don't want to modify it. I'd feel like I'm sort of like defacing it. But I haven't been able to find a way to play Game Gear games. And I really want to play Defenders of Oasis. Because more people need to know what that is. So, would you happen to know if it happens to have an adapter for that? Because I know that, like, some of those types of consoles have adapters for that. Like, I think some of the ones by Retrobit have, like, Famicom adapters or Game Boy adapters or Genesis adapters for the Super Nintendo ones. I think I might have misunderstood what you mentioned about the, I'm sort of blanking. Oh shit, I am so fucking dead here. I'll check out what you said in a moment. I gotta focus or I am toast. Well, I'm toast anyways, so I'll give that another go. Is what you meant it runs them off of an SD card, not off of the actual cartridge? Oh no, you said original cards, sorry. I'm a little bit spacey today. I'm guessing those... I've seen people play, like, Super Nintendo games, and they have a sort of, like, blurry effect to them. Not blurry. Okay. Okay. That sounds really cool. Especially the Famicom part, because there's some games that came out on Famicom that came out on, like, nothing else. Like Takeshi's Challenge! Sounds like a great time. And I've never played Master System games, though I really would like to at some point. I'm getting sidetracked, but... And spacing out. I'm doing both. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh. Ooh, that sounds fun. Because the problem with a Famicom is, North American TV does not go well with Famicom. Same with the outlets. And, the TV I have is an old CRT. So, it works great with an NES, especially for things like Duck Hunt. Works great with an Atari, but, not so great for streaming games on, and not so great for modern games. Not so great for trying to play a region-specific console. I've actually used the TV to stream before, though. I don't do it often, as the sound quality sometimes turns out not great, and sometimes the image quality also turns out not great, and I have to play it either stretched or compressed or something in order for it to look right. I have no idea what that is, but I imagine it's either something that upscales the voltage from a power outlet or upscales the connection to the TV. Which I have looked into that before. It was a long time ago, though, because I used to, like, really want a Famicom. Okay. I'll have to look into that, because right now the only thing I have is I have an HDMI. My setup is jank. It's very janky. So I run the AV cord from... Oh, jeez. My setup is so janky when I stream from the TV. So I run the AV cable into an upscaler to HDMI, right? And then I run that into my capture card, which I also run into the TV. Or no, I run that into the computer. And then I also have an HDMI downscaler to AV. So I upscale my video to HDMI so I can capture it. And then I downscale my video from HDMI so it'll run on my TV. Isn't that great? It's just so... It's so fantastic. And it works great and totally no issues whatsoever. And oh my goodness, I barely made it out of that. Like I said, I was playing F-Zero before today. Yeah, it works. It's just, I don't like doing it because the place I have my computer in is not convenient for it. Also, sorry, I keep turning my head away from the mic because I'm looking over to my TV. But, like, it is super inconvenient for it. And I just have cables stretched out all over the place. And it works, but I haven't done it in a while, not since I did Katamari. Okay, that's something I'm, like, constantly concerned about is audio, because I sometimes listen back. Ah, shit. I sometimes listen back on my own audio, and sometimes either I'm too quiet or the game's too quiet, and I'm just always concerned that I either can't be heard, or the game can't be heard, or both. So that's a big relief to know my audio is fine. This theme though is really bopping. But really, I wonder if they make, like... I'm not really looking for no intro ROMs, it's just more of a matter of I am like, okay, so there's Cautious Online, and then there's Cautious Online. There's like Paranoidly Cautious Online, and I am Paranoidly Cautious Online. So like, I have a hard time trusting ROMs. I mean, I don't download ROMs at all. No, totally. I use real cartridge. Yes. But all joking aside, when I have a hard time trusting ROMs, which is why there's certain consoles that I can't really stream for. I guess it would be fine. I'd have to... What I really want to do is I want to find a way... What I need to do is I need to get a virtual machine. I need to get a virtual machine, hook it up with like Windows 7 or something, figure out how I can test stuff like that for viruses and all that, or malware, because I really want to do that, and virtual machines I've heard are just really... Jeez, that was loud! It was loud for like half a second, but that was loud. No, but I'm assuming, because I know what a Raspberry Pi is, I'm assuming it's a sort of like miniature computer that runs ROMs. I haven't thought about that, but you know what? That's a really good idea. If I could dump the ROM myself, I absolutely would. I just don't know how to do it or have the equipment to do it. And don't exactly have any sort of income, so I'm not really at a stage where I can do that kind of stuff. Alright, I'll have to look into that, because I really want to stream some Game Gear games. Like, I'm one of those few people out there who swears by the Game Gear. Like, I love the Game Boy too. I love both of them. They're both fantastic consoles. They're both fantastic handhelds. And I feel like I'm one of the few people who you will hear say that about the Game Gear. I feel like it was severely underrated. The battery life is short, but that's fine. I don't care. Give me the 6 AA batteries. It's a little bit large, but again, I don't care if it's comfortably in the hands. It is like super comfortable in the hands. The plastic is somewhat soft, so again, while it does give it that sort of cheap toy-like feel to it, it also just feels really comfortable to hold. The screen, well, a little bit blurry at times. Again, I think it's fine. But the games for it! It could? No way. Really? I'm gonna have to look into that, because someone I was talking to online mentioned Master System games, and I don't have a Master System, but they mentioned Golden Axe. I think it was Golden Axe, whichever it was a game that was very similar to the top-down Zelda, like the original Zelda, for the NES, so I wanted to look into it, but, like, I don't have a Master System. But if there's a Master System adapter for the Game Gear, oh my goodness. If I got that, and if I got, like, a Sega Nomad, I could play, like, all the good Sega games. Oh! That sounds amazing. I am absolutely gonna have to look into that. Because that sounds absolutely awesome. To be able to play Master System games. I have never played a Master System game before, unless you count Sonic 2 and Sonic 1 for the Master System, because I have them for the Game Gear and they're the same game. But I'm one of those people who I love the Game Gear. Also, I'm totally screwed here. If I get hit once, I'm out. Yep, there it goes. But, like, Sega was on point. I mean, give Nintendo credit for a lot of what they did. They did a lot of cool stuff. They were the first to have the D-pad, first to have shoulder buttons, first to have an analog stick. Alright, I'm gonna open up, like... I'm gonna write that down and I'll look into it later. I'll be a moment. I have no idea what that is. I will look into it. Because, I really want to boost my Game Gear collection. I also recently found out there was a Mega Man. Alright, sounds good. Thank you. That would be really awesome. I really want to boost my Game Gear collection. I don't know why, just something about the Game Gear. Once I found out that, holy shit, there are games besides Sonic 1 and 2 that I'd be interested in, it just blew my mind. Like, you got Sonic Chaos and Sonic Triple Trouble, which are both, like, full-fledged Sonic games for the Game Gear. They're not, like, you know, the sort of watered-down Master System ports. They are, like, full-fledged. I personally would have a hard time telling them apart from Genesis, honestly, with how they look, sound, and feel. And Triple Trouble, in particular, had, like, so many unique concepts in it that were just awesome. And I love the Game Gear. And I also found out recently that apparently there's a Mega Man game for the Game Gear. Sign me up! I mean, like, it's probably Mega Man 1, and it's probably a port. And I can't imagine it being, like, better than the NES version. Because, you know, it's a handheld. I'm gonna pause. I gotta put it to... Okay. But, like... Alright. Like I said, I debate modding my Game Gear. If anything, I would want to buy a pre-modded one. Simply because I use my Game Gear often, and again, I feel like I personally would be defacing it. Like, not to say that mods are defacing the Game Gear, it's just I personally can't bring myself to do it. Because I'm one of those sort of preservationist types and such, but I'm not the kind that's like, oh, you have to play it on the original console or you're not getting the experience. No, I get that. Old games are expensive as fuck. And there's very few that I would, like, really recommend playing on the original console. I mean, I would recommend playing them on the original console. Oh, fuck. Here we go again. I'm probably not going to be able to make it through this. Mostly because I made it through it before. I swear I did. I swear. It was just when I wasn't streaming. Because I remember I watched someone stream recently, and something they said is, like, really sticking out to me now, and it's, when you stream, you do worse when playing a game. Because you're also focusing on commentating and on responding to chat and stuff, so I am, like, fully getting that now. I wasn't getting it before. I felt like, oh, I'm doing perfectly fine, this is how I normally game, but now that I'm, like, actually playing a game that requires you need to act fast, I am... I swear I'm better at F-Zero than this. Oh no! No! But there are just so many good games for the Game Gear that are like... It is so unknown. Yeah, I am totally getting that right now. Usually it's the other way around for me, though, that I'm sitting there and I'm playing a game and I'm like, this isn't going great, I have no idea what the hell to say. In particular, when I was streaming, I still need to finish them, but when I was streaming Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, in particular, I recall I had very little to say. It was just hard to think of anything to joke about or to commentate on it. It was... I was playing it blind, but I wasn't really super excited over it. It's a great game, but it wasn't anything like, whoa, that's revolutionary, that's astounding, whoa, it's a good game. But I have nothing to say about it other than, yeah, this is a good game, I'm enjoying it. Unlike games that I've played before where I've played them before. So I don't feel like I need to focus as much, because I've played them before, I know what they're about. Like Mario 64, I know what that's about. Ocarina of Time, I know what that's about. Ocarina of Time Master Quest, however... I hate the Spirit Temple in that. It was so... The Ocarina puzzles, the Ocarina Song of Time block puzzles were just a pain and a half to go through and deal with. Okay, I think I might actually make it this time if I'm careful here. Ah, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna focus for a moment because I really don't want this to be a... I don't want to end on, I died. I want to end on, I did it, look at me. I did it. Yes! First place, too! Oh. The Game Gear. The Game Gear. Right, what I was gonna say. The Game Gear had so many stellar games for it that are just so overlooked. One of them in particular that, like, nobody knows about. I need to pick that up again. I started playing through Four Swords on my own, and I just never finished it. I don't know why, I just lost interest. Like, not lost interest in terms of this game is boring, but I got sidetracked. I do that a lot. I do that a lot. Okay, what's going on here? Why can't I... Why is it not going to the next thing? Oh, because that was the end. Oh, I did it. I got first place. Nice. Perfect timing, too. That was only the first... Oh, only the first race. Oh, okay. Well, we're at the half-hour mark, so I am going to end this recording here. I'm going to keep streaming, though. So, if you are watching this from YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to come catch it live, I have a link down in the description, as well as a link to the Discord. where you can come chat, hang out. I also give notifications of when I stream and when I upload stuff. If you liked it, share it with a friend. Hope you have a good day. Hope you stay safe. I'll see you around.